Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
We're here tonight with the SRA. Qualifying is commencing. Why do I not have things up on my end, but you do on yours? This is not cool. Let's see if we can go and reload it here. I don't know. Alright, let's see here. There we go. That's better. Restock qualifying underway here. As we see, we got 6 drivers right now, waiting to see if we get any more. Thank you to our sponsors up there in the top right corner.
on the pole. On the pole. Cross that line, the crowd goes wild. The checkered flags unfurl. FFTV on the pole, start the show. We're ready to roll. FFTV on the pole. Yeah. We're ready to roll.
All right, here we are with race heat number 1 coming to the grid. My new toy that I'm messing with the iRacing Stream Deck application, but here we go. Heat number 1 for your street stocks, and that is all we have here for us tonight. 6 drivers for us to get around South Boston. Corey Bigley getting that pole position here tonight. Axel Benoit there in second. John Brancasillo there in the 62 starting third. In a fourth, Jeff Clifton in the number 15, LaVitian Motorsports. Stinger Motorsports, Frank Griffith in the 54, starting there in fifth. Dylan Cole starts in seventh here tonight. As they get rolling here, heat 1 underway. Well, your only heat race that is for your street stocks here tonight. Lights are off. We're going to be getting going here tonight. And I think I want to maybe bear with me here as I adjust this. Yeah, there we go. Now that's better. Now we can see that a little better. I come down the front straightaway here through turn 1 and 2. Looking there off the bottom. Corey Bigley out there in front. Clifton up there on the high side. Going to try to get that cookout number 15 up there through the field tonight as they come off of turn 4. Down the front straightaway. Out there in front, still leading the way is Corey Bigley. Axel Benoit there in second. Jeff Clifton there in third. Now he gets around John as John's up there on the high side. He's going to get past there on the bottom by Frank Griffith and Dylan Cole. Dylan Cole now looking to the outside of Frank Griffith. As up there at the front, we still got the 83 trying to get around Corey Bigley up there at the front. Coming there now out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Here they go. In the 1 and 2 out there across the back straightaway. In the 3 and 4 they go. Clifton back here in third. As Bigley's up there in front. Coming around this short track here tonight. As they roll there through off of the corner. Down there now through the back straightaway. Front to back. Corey Bigley, Benoit, Clifton there in the third. Dylan Cole fourth. Frank Griffith there in the fifth. 6 laps to go here in the heat race. As you watch the 83 right on the bumper of Corey Bigley. Just waiting for that chance to strike. Waiting for Corey to make some little mistake to maybe help Axel get around. But Axel's just laying patient right now. And they come down that front straightaway once again. Corey Bigley up there in front. Dylan Cole here in fourth. Now you watch him there now off of the corner. Axel Benoit there in second. Jeff Clifton there third. Dylan Cole there in fourth. Jeff Clifton there third. Dylan Cole, Frank Griffith, and John back here in sixth after getting tight up to the top of the racetrack. And ends up coming, sliding towards the back of the pack. On through 1 and 2 to 58. Bigley still leading the way. Axel Benoit there in second. Flag in the air. Not sure what happened there. Give us a moment. There we go. We're back here with the 58. Corey Bigley out there in front. Axel Benoit there in second. Jeff Clifton there third. Dylan Cole in fourth. Frank Griffith fifth. John there in sixth. They keep it rolling there. And your winner of the heat race in your street stock division tonight from South Boston is going to be that of Corey Bigley. Good evening there, Corey. How's it going?
Good.
Man, small field here tonight, but you were able to hold off and go flag to flag and get the win here in the heat race. How are you feeling about your chances for tonight?
Pretty good. I know small field. We had a little stuff going on last race with some people, and it kind of kicked a couple people out, and messed a couple guys left, but that hurt us. But I wish we could get more guys because it was pretty fun with 15 people in here.
For sure. So hopefully we do get the numbers back up. I know you guys really pride yourself on the sportsmanship that you guys are building on. So, but other than that, I mean, who do you got to thank for helping you get that win here in the heat race?
I just got to thank Four Cs. Four Cs Construction, or Four Cs Tools and Equipment, Kirkpatrick Construction LLC, and I got to thank Frank for putting the league on, and my Stinger guy.
Alrighty, well, congrats there, Corey, and we'll see how you do in the late models. You think we're going to get any more people in the late models than what we did in street stock?
We got one more.
Alrighty, well, we'll see how it goes. So, good luck there in the late models.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Corey Bigley there in the late models. Don't go anywhere. We got more racing coming up here after this short break. Don't go anywhere. All right, here we go. We get set to rock and roll here from South Boston here now, this time with your late model stock. Try to make sure that I have this set right. And we get ready for the heat race here. For your late model stock, heat number 1, it's going to be Corey Bigley starting out there on pole once again in that number 58. Frank Griffith in second there in the number 54. Second row inside the 29. Ricky Barbre there in third. Axel Benoit there in fourth in the 83. Jeff Clifton will roll off in fifth here in the late model stocks. Starting there for Levithian Motorsports. To his outside, Matt Nicholson in the 4 machine. There in the 6th position. And back here in 7th is going to be the 62 of John Brancaccio. We're side by side here. Once again, we got to adjust this camera view just a little bit. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Green flag out, and here we go. They're down and away here tonight at South Boston. They work away down there through the corner, in through, off up 2. Here we go. Down there through turn number 1 and 2. There we go. There's a better camera now that we got it figured out. As they go down here through turn 1 and 2. Out onto that back straightaway here tonight. They come back out here on to the front. Ricky Barbray there in second. Bigley there in out front. Leading the way. Grivet falls back into third. Axel Benoit there in a fourth right now, but he's got company from Jeff Clifton there on the inside. We'll see what he does as we've got 8 laps to go here at South Boston for your heat race of the late model stock. Only one heat race of this as well. And work down there out of the corner. And down through 1 and 2 once again. Thank you again, 4C's Tools and Equipment, Kurt Packwood Construction, possibly DB Printing rather, Regal Wraps and Designs. Frank Grivet back here in third. Jeff Clifton trying to battle with Axel Benoit back here in that 5th position. They battle now off of the corner. Side by side, and they touch a little bit down here in the corner number 1. Griffith's got to try to hang on to it down here on the apron. Does a great job of it as they work down there now into 3 and 4. Griffith once again underneath the 83 of Benoit as they come down across the stripe. 3 laps to go here in the heat race for your late model stock. Down there now through turn 3 and 4. The 58, Corey Bigley out there in front. Ricky Barbray there in second. Frank Grivet there in third. And they keep it rolling down there now out of turn number 2. Bigley leading the way still. Grivet and Clifton down there now through the back straightaway as they're side by side. Axel Benoit, John there, white flag in the air for Corey Bigley. Down there now out of 2. Down the back straightaway, Ricky Barbray there second. Frank Grivet there in third. And they keep it rolling there now out of turn 4. Here he comes. Corey Bigley to grab the win here in the heat race of the late model stock. All right, so Corey Bigley, once again, getting that win here. That's 2 on the night so far. Wonder what he's thinking so far here tonight. Good evening there, Corey. It's Adam in the booth again. How's it going?
Good.
Well, you got the win here in the late model stocks. You feeling pretty good at sweeping it here tonight?
I think so.
I don't know if that's been done much here at SRA, has it?
I think Jeff did it once, and then I did it right after him a couple races later.
Well, we're going to see how it plays out here. I mean, you're having a great run of it here tonight. How's the track feel for these cars?
It's pretty good. Street stocks are a little free, like usual, and then the late models are a little free too. I just try not to try to overdrive it too much, or it feels like it's a little tight and free off, but I just try not to. I don't try to kill my rear because I learned to practice from that because I was trying to overdrive it.
All right, well, congrats there on that win. And you got anybody different you want to thank for sponsors or anything there for getting the win in the heat race of the street stock?
Or the late
or late model stock. I mean, yeah, that's it.
No, it's the same one. It's a 4C Tools and Equipment, Kirkpatrick Construction LLC, and I got to thank Frank for doing this, and then I got to thank my Stinger guys, and then thanks you guys for putting it on so I can watch it.
Alrighty, congrats there again, and we'll see how you do in the feature of the street stocks coming up here shortly.
All right, thanks.
All right, that's Corey Bigley getting that win here once again in the late model stocks. We'll be back after a short message. Don't go anywhere. More racing will be coming up.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.
We are live once again here from South Boston as these drivers get ready to go here. And once again, I got to play a little bit of camera work here as cameras got goofed around here. There we go, all fixed. And here we go. Now, we got the late model stocks coming up here. All right, not late model stocks, street stocks, sorry. I get ready to roll here tonight. And see how many actually take the grid here. Hopefully you're seeing, yep, you got everything there. That is perfect. All right, here we go with your starting grid. It's going to be as follows. If I can get it to come up here, yep. Corey Bigley in the number 58 is going to start out there on pole. Axel Benoit there in second. John Brancocio there in third. Jeff Clifton fourth. Frank Rivet fifth. Dylan Cole there in sixth here tonight. That is your starting grid of your main event. Wait, nope. Wait, hold on. Waiting for everything to kind of get situated out here. 6 drivers taking the field here in the street stocks. If interested in information on SRA, you can look them up there in the description. There should be a link for you to check them out, come out, try out, see if you're a fit for this racing crew. They get ready to go here. Down there now, out of turn number 1 and 2 they go. Down through the back straightaway. They come there now off the corner. Pace car rolls off. Green flags in the air. Here we go. Down and away in the corner number 1 they go. As they're side by side. They're coming through 1 and 2. Now out through the back straightaway. In the 3 and 4 they go. The 58 of Bigley trying to still hang on to that lead. But Benoit there in second as they come storming to you. Down there in the corner number 1. Now here through 1 and 2, off up corner number 2, there down the back straightaway. Everybody's side by side, well, single file except for those front drivers as they're side by side, still trying to battle it out. Bigley there out front. He's definitely got a run up there on the outside though from Axel Benoit. And Benoit still hanging on tough there on the outside, 40 laps of distance here in the street stocks as they come through turn 3 and 4. They keep working on out there. Great job. Down through the back straight away. Single filed out now. Clifton there in the 3rd. Axel Benoit there in the 2nd. Corey Bigley there out front. They keep it rolling there. Down the back straight away. Griffith, Dylan Cole, John there in the 6th. They keep it going down the back straight away. Everybody single file right now. About a half a second between 1st and 2nd place. Maybe a 1/3 of a second there as they come off of turn 4. Bigley still leads the race. And I'm completely unsure exactly what... trying to figure out how to speak this here. What exactly... Caution is out. Dylan Cole around there coming through turn 3 and 4. Looks like a single car incident back here in turn 3 and 4. And you should come there through on the bottom. Coming here now into 3 and 4 right here. We'll see what happens out of Dylan's lawn care. And it looks like it just got free on him coming in, and it's just going to loop around. Great job not hitting any walls or anything. Keeping it under control, and now we'll drop him down there onto the bottom of the racetrack. Keeps it clean. He'll be able to keep racing here tonight. So as they work down the back or front straightaway here, lights are still on. They're going to get double filed up this time. Now working on getting double filed. Coming into the flag. Here we go. Lights go out. And double foul them up. They work down here. There goes Fred on the pit road. Corey's going to bring him to the green flag. It is out down here in the corner, number 1, as they slide it there through off of the corner. Up there to the top side. Going to try to get there. Can't quite get there as of yet. Down there now off of turn 3 and 4. Up there to the top side. Now they work through 1 and 2. Off through 1 and 2 once again, and they come down the back straightaway. Griffith now making a move on Benoit. Down there on the bottom side. 40 laps of distance here in your street stocks, which probably means 80 laps for your late model stock. Come down there now off turn number 4. Coming to the flag side by side, the 83 up there on the top side. Down there on the bottom, out there off the corner, the 15 there of Jeff Clifton. Axel Benoit there in second. Corey Bigley there in front. As Clifton still tries to battle it out there now off turn number 4. Or sorry, turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Bigley has a great gap there, over a half a second there between him and Benoit. Benoit still has Clifton, in his rearview mirror. Griffith there in 4th. They come down here now out of turn 2, 28 laps to go here at South Boston for your late model stocks. Try to see here if we got any points here. I'm not sure where points for. Either possibly, well, I don't know. Those points are correct. So we'll take it. We'll go ahead with how they're going right now. This is race number 10 of the season. Bigley out there in front. Benoit there second. Clifton there third. Griffith there fourth. Dylan Cole there fifth. John there in sixth to keep it rolling there now out of the corner. Down through 2 on the back straightaway. 25 laps to go now here for your SRA Street Stock Division for your Slinger Racing Association. Bigley's out there in front. Benoit there second. Clifton there third. Griffith there fourth. Cole there in fifth. John sitting there in sixth here tonight. As Bigley brings it down to 23 to go. And there's a second splitting first and second. About a half a second back to Clifton there in a third spot from Benoit. Griffith finding some groove there to get up there to the back bumper of Clifton as they keep working off here out of the corner. John sitting there in sixth tonight, struggling to seem to find that momentum and find that speed here at Slinger tonight. I was hearing, though, from these drivers that these cars are a little free, and I think Dylan Cole can attest to that as we saw him get free there through going into 3, halfway through 4, spins it around as the back end just kept wanting to go faster than the front. And for now, he's taking it a little bit more easy there. 20 laps to go here at Slinger. Axel Benoit there second, Clifton there third, Griffith there fourth, Dylan Cole there in fifth, John there in sixth to keep it working now off of the corner. Caution is out. That's going to be Jeff Clifton bringing that one out. They watch him there now off the corner. There you got that pace car out there once again. We're going to go back and look to see what happened to Clifton. He's down there to the inside. He's going to try to dive it in there on that bottom. He's down there on the apron. Got to check up just a little bit. There you see the brake rotor got a slight glow to it as they work there off the corner. He gets underneath and just not enough room, and that car may get free there as it does. And he's going to end up going around there on the front stretch, losing it. And we see Corey Bigley out there in front. Griffith there in second, or third rather, as Benoit's there in second. I come down through the back straightaway. Jeff Clifton in the pits, maybe? Not sure. We're green flag racing. Down there in the corner number 1. Bigley out there in front. Griffith there in third. Benoit once again on the bumper here for the meantime. I don't know if he'll be able to get anywhere. Clifton is indeed out, as you see there on your scoreboard. Down there now off corner number 2. Benoit still trying to gain on that. Number 58 of Bigley. As you watch there, you got Frank Griffith in third, and they come rolling off turn 4 down there through turn number 1. You're watching the 83 there, Benoit back here behind Corey Bigley, as Bigley has been leading flag to flag here tonight. Went from qualifying through the heat and now into the feature. 14 laps to go for Corey Bigley out there in front in the number 58. Right now, I'd have to say it's possibly his race to lose here tonight. Having a great run of it here at South Boston. Frank Griffith there in third. Dylan Cole in fourth. And they're coming there now off the corner. Bigley up there at the top side as they run down through 1 and 2. Down there on the bottom, trying to keep those cars turning the best they can. That Jeff Clifton going out, that's going to help John Fracchio there get a position gain after falling back 2. Dylan Cole, Frank Griffith up 2. As they were your back row. Coming to 11 laps to go here for Corey Bigley in that number 58 as they come there now off corner number 2. Down the back straightaway. Everybody just single file here right now. Coming there now off of 4. Going to be 10 laps to go here to bring it home for the 58 of Corey Bigley. Down there off of 4, or sorry. Yeah, off of 4. Ooh, I'm getting turned around here a little bit. Down through 1 and 2. Down back onto the back straightaway. 9 laps to go here at Boston. South Boston Speedway, that is. Hey, watch that Red Bull machine come off a turn 4 down there in the corner number 1 once again. Gaining that grip once again to get out ahead of Bigley. Frank Griffith, he's a good second back off of Benoit. Dylan there a half a second off of Griffith. Can Dylan get up there and make any step? We will see here as Bigley comes there now off corner number 3 and 4, coming around here to the front straightaway. Up to the top side, Axel Benoit there in second. Frank Griffith third. Dylan Cole there in fourth. Now you got Bigley out there in front, doing a great job so far. 6 laps to go. Axel Benoit there second. Frank Griffith there third. Down here now, out of corner number 1 and 2. 5 laps to go. That open hand from Barney the Flagton as it comes down through the back straightaway. Up off the corner, across the stripe, 4 laps to go for Corey Bigley. Dylan Cole, Frank Griffith back here, third and fourth. Dylan Cole trying to gain on Frank Griffith just a little bit. Is struggling to do so, though, as they're almost I guess it's the second half between Griffith and Benoit. Almost 2 seconds, between Griffith and Benoit. Dylan Cole there a little faster than Griffith that last lap. 2 laps to go. White flags unfurled. Here we go. White flag here for your street stock division from SRA. Corey Bigley out there in the lead, down through the back straightaway. Here in the 3 and 4. Bigley's going to bring it home in the street stock division here tonight. Look completely uncontested here tonight as he is there getting that win. Axel Benoit there in second, Frank Rivet there in third. We'll get with your results here. Race results for your street stock division tonight. Corey Bigley getting that win. Axel Benoit there second, Frank Rivet third. Dylan Cole fourth, John there in fifth, Jeff Clifton with a DNF back here in sixth. All right, now we're going to go and try to get with your leaders here. Frank Rivet getting third place tonight.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, first time talking to you after a race in quite some time, so I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, between me on vacation, off weeks, and everything else.
Yeah, but we had a good run tonight. A little bit smaller field than I was hoping for, but you know what? Quality over quantity, and I think the viewers that are watching would rather see 40 laps of guys, putting on a clean show than just 2.5 hours worth of Wreckfest or something.
Yeah, Wreckfest is another game, right?
Yeah.
Well, you did a great job getting third place. I know you were a little off the pace of them two guys in front of you. Man, they definitely were laying it down tonight, but you were able to get around there in the third after Jeff Clifton had some issues.
Yeah, Jeff had what one of the things we're trying to get away from with this league is the street stocks have a real bad tendency to spin out on their own. Not because of anything the driver's doing wrong. It's just the nature of the beast. The slip angle that iRacing has on it. If you breathe on these cars wrong, they're going around. And Jeff's an excellent driver. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think it's just the way the net code interacted with the car in front of him. It turned him around. So next season we're going to switch over to modifieds and replace the street stocks with modifieds and see if we can't get some better action in the first class, if you will.
Well, it could have been a mixture of things there for Clifton. I mean, from what I was looking at, he possibly got a little bit throttle happy as he was battling there hard with Axel for that second place.
Well, you got to push yourself to try to get around somebody, especially on a one-groove racetrack like this. So,
well, exactly.
Yeah, so everyone, no one here did anything malicious.
Nope.
It's just one of those deals.
For sure. I know Dylan Cole, he finished there behind you in fourth. He was also one that broke loose getting into 3 and 4 tonight. Going back to what you're saying about the way these things will just snap on drivers.
Yeah, and Dylan did an excellent job of not tank slapping it. Someone of my caliber would put that thing in the fence, but not these guys. They're all really good.
Well, you got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank for third place tonight, Frank?
Let's see, where do we start? We got Kirkpatrick Construction for sponsoring the Street Stock League, and Chris Klein of 4C's Tools and Equipment for the late models. Got Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel. If you want to buy a T-shirt with one of our logos on it, they're selling T-shirts and hats. We got High Side Bodies and Fabrication, and got some other things in the works, but I can't just talk about that.
Alrighty, well, congrats again there, Frank, and we'll see how you do in the late model stocks coming up.
Yeah, hopefully I can drive it on the trailer instead of having a wrecker push me on, but we'll see.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Frank Griffith, your third place driver. Now we'll get with Axel Benoit. Axel, how's it going? You got a copy there, Axel? Well, he might have a mic issue there or stepped away from the mic or something. We'll see here. So we'll get with Corey Bigley, our winner, here for another time tonight, but this time for the Street Stock main event. Corey, take us through your night. I mean, it's just been flag to flag pretty much all night long for you tonight.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I knew Axel was going to try to push me up first, and I knew he was on the outside of me for like 3 or 4 laps early, and then I knew I was a little bit better just easy on that right rear tire, and I just tried to save that right rear tire, and I knew I started to slowly inching driving away. Like the first caution with that, or the one with like almost with 18 to go. I didn't really try to like burn my stuff up early, and then I just tried to I tried to like with like 18 to go, then I turned the wake up and took off.
Well, I mean, you did a good job there, keeping a hold of it, and we saw a couple drivers get a little bit loose here tonight. Did you have any issues with that yourself going around the track?
I did once, I think. But if you overdrive, like I said, if you overdrive, you will get loose getting the corner. And I did, I think once off of 2, I gassed it up a little too hard. And I got loose, but I know how to kind of not let off the throttle, but just try to stay in the throttle, and I just straightened the wheel back out and made sure I didn't spin out.
Well, you did a great job hanging on to it and bringing that Red Bull number 58 Street Stock here to the victory lane. You got any sponsor shout-outs people you want to thank there for getting the victory here tonight at South Boston?
Yeah, I got to thank 4C's Tools and Equipment, Kirkpatrick Construction LLC, and then I also got to thank Frank for putting this on, and my Stinger guys, and then you for putting it on so I can go watch and go back.
Alrighty, well, congrats there once again, Corey, and we'll see how you do in the late model stocks. We know you're starting on pole once again there, so what do you think your chances are there? I know it's look like Benoit, if he can keep wheels under it, could be a contender.
Yeah, I think me and also Ricky's pretty good too.
Alrighty. Well, good luck there, Corey, in the late model stocks as we get ready for those to grid. We're going to try one more time here for Axel Benoit. Axel, you there yet? I don't think we got Axel here with us for your second place finisher. And he did a great job getting that thing around the track here tonight, getting second. So good luck to him as we get ready to go to the late model stocks. Thank you all for tuning in so far to Flicker Farm TV on the pole here tonight from South Boston as we bring you the SRA Racing League here from South Boston. Don't go anywhere. More racing to come up after this.
Cause late nights turn to days, don't wanna let you down. With each breath we give away, it'll never be the same. I'm chasing somebody who won't ever ease the pain, but I don't want half of your heart, heart, heart. You can have it back if it's only
All right, here we are back here at South Boston. This time for your late model stock. Should have about 7 drivers if everything works out like it should. So here we got Stinger Racing Association, SRA. And no, they changed the name on me again. We'll get that fixed here. All right, here we go. Your starting grid for your late model stocks tonight. 7 drivers. Corey Bigley starting out there on pole. Once again. And we got Ricky Barbray there in second. Frank Rivet there in third for the 54 Stinger Motorsports machine. Dang it. Levithian Motorsports number 15, Jeff Clifton starting there in fourth. Hopefully he does a little bit better. This race. There in fifth tonight, inside row number 3 of the 83 of Axel Benoit. John Brancaccio there in sixth, in the number 62, and Matt Nicholson back here in the 4 machine, starting in seventh. Tell you what, I'm coming there, down there, off corner number 4, one more time around, and we'll get here with the 80 laps of the late model stock division. Down there now, off corner bar. Green flags unfurled. Here we go. They're down and away here tonight on the asphalt short track of South Boston for the final time here tonight. It is your late model stocks. And wow, what a run from Barbray out there on the outside of Bigley. Bigley down there on the bottom trying to hang on to it. But Barbray there on the outside making a great run to number 29 at the moment. Got to be careful not to burn up them tires early, though. So we'll see what he does here coming there off turn number 4. Not sure why that just disappeared on me, but we're going to reload that here on my end so that hopefully it comes back. Come on, you. Yep, it's not wanting to come out here for me, so give me a moment here as I get my thing back up here on my end, as it is there on yours. I can't read it though, but I can tell you Bigley's out front, Barbray in second, Griffith's there in third. Now you watch him come down through the back straightaway. Barbray all over the back bumper there of Bigley. Working there now off the corner. Frank Rivet back here in third, just kind of hanging back, watching this race happen there in front of him. As they all storm out there, Jeff Clifton back here in a fourth, where he started. Your front four have not changed position. Matt Nicholson, though, he got around John back there for that sixth spot. Now he's setting his sights on Benoit, if he can. Down there through 1 and 2. Off of the corner they go. Working there off the corner. Frank Griffith there in third. They keep it working off the corner. Down through, off of there. And that's not the button I wanted. Here as they come off the corner. Off corner 3 and 4. It's still Bigley with Barbray, and then there you see Griffith there in third. Down off the corner. Sorry that we lost our timing for a split moment. We are getting it back though. Just give us a quick moment here. Corey Bigley out there leading the way with Barbray second. Griffith there in third. Just does not have the speed he's looking for to get up there to the front. They come there now off of turn number 1, or turn number 4 rather. Barbray in second. Clifton there in a fourth. Benoit back here in a fifth. Matt Nicholson in sixth grade now in that 4 machine as he worked down through turn 3 and 4. Bigley is working through 1 and 2. Coming here around onto the back straightaway. It's possible that they can end up having the getting lapped here. Well, maybe. I don't know. As Bigley's working there through off of the corner. They're coming out through the front straightaway. So they're about a half a lap around the racetrack right now as Bigley and Barbray work through turn 3 and 4. And I thought Barbray might run into a small issue there running that outside line like he was trying to do. But he's got it back in line there. Still hanging on to about a third of a second back behind Corey Bigley. Frank Rivet back here. He's sitting about a second and a half off of Barbray and losing ground to Bigley. And they work there through turn 3 and 4. There you see Griffith. Clifton. Clifton there in fourth. He's there about a second and a quarter off of Frank Griffith. And about a second and a half off of Barbray. I'm come off turn number 4. That's lap 23 of the 80 here complete already as they work there off of 2. Down the back straightaway. Barbray in second. Griffith there in third. Clifton in fourth. Axel Benoit there in fifth. Matt Nicholson there in sixth. And John back here in the seventh as they keep rolling around here off of the corner. 15-second lap times here tonight, about 15.5-second lap times that is. Creeping up to 16. Barbray and Griffith ran the same lap time last lap. Clifton ran quicker than the top three. Back here in the fourth. Corey Bigley just ran down there with a 15:44. Clifton with a 15:45 that last lap. So Clifton could maybe make some ground. I'm unsure here. We'll have to see how it plays out here. As he is kind of a long run driver. So he needs the long runs to really be in contention here as they work through turn 3 and 4. You can see him closing in now on Frank Griffith as he's a half a second back off of Griffith. Down through the back straightaway, in through 3 and 4. Bigley up there in front for Bray in second. Griffith there third. Clifton back here in fourth. Axel Benoit in fifth. Matt Nicholson there in sixth. They keep it rolling down there now through turn 3 and 4. Down there on the yellow line, off of the corner. Bigley out there with a big lead right now. About a second, 1 3/4 second over top of Barbray. Barbray falling back here a little bit. Griffith, though, he's got company from Clifton as Clifton works there off turn number 4 and looks to the inside of Griffith. And, whoa, boy, getting a little tight there off of turn 2. But they keep it together down there off through 3 and 4. Clifton now up there into third. Barbray sitting in second right now. Bigley back here in front. As Clifton tries to close the gap. Over top of these drivers there around him. He's got about a second to make up here between him and Clifton. Or I'm sorry, him and Barbray. As Barbray's running there in second. I don't know. Bigley's going to get a little bit worried here. I don't know. Clifton and Bigley running just about the same lap time. Well, that time Clifton was a little slower than Bigley as Bigley comes there now off turn number 4. Just trying to stay consistent here. Ran a 15.46 that lap for Bigley. With a 15.62 there for Clifton. So Bigley still your fastest driver out there right now on track. Saving his stuff very, very well. Keeping those tires underneath the 58 Red Bull machine. Anyway, I'm there now out of turn number 4. Bigley there out front. Barbray second. Clifton there third. Frank Griffith there fourth. Axel Benoit there in fifth as they keep it rolling down through the back straightaway. In through turn 3 and 4. The 58 there of Bigley. Coming off of turn 4. Here they go. Single file. Clifton trying to get up there to see if he can make a battle for second place with Barbray. He's got it under a half a second now. Bringing it down to about a third of a second. There behind Barbray. Bigley still is out front. Clifton needs to make quick work of Barbray if he wants any chance of getting up there to Bigley. Half the race done. Half the race to go yet. As Clifton works down the back straightaway there in his late model stock, right behind Barbray. Bigley out there in front. We are halfway through the race as they come here off of turn 4. Barbray there under fire from Clifton. Caution flag is out. This is going to be on Matt. Not sure exactly what happened to Matt. John also possibly involved. And they work down through the back straightaway here through turn 3 and 4. Matt up here on the high side, and they just come together off of turn 4. Matt gets spun around, going to keep it down there on the bottom of the racetrack to allow the leaders to get around. Corey Bigley out there, still the race leader, but now he's got company coming. Here comes Clifton, he's sitting third. Brancaccio there in the 6th spot in the pits. Nicholson there in the pits as well. There's single file right now. Just a few laps over halfway. Not sure exactly how this is going to play out there for Bigley. Now Griffith's going to be lined up right behind him. Or Clifton, sorry, not Griffith. Clifton. Griffith's going to be on the outside of that second row. Just trying to see how this is going to play out. We got Jeff Clifton back here in third. He's going to be lining up right behind Bigley. Barbray once again gets to the outside of Bigley. I just don't know if Barbray has what it takes in those tires to get around Bigley. Off the corner they come. Green flag is out. Bigley not wasting any time. Going to get down there in through turn 1 and 2. Clifton there in third. Got to get that car up to speed if he wants to get up there to battle the leaders. Down there on the inside now. Off of turn number 4. Benoit there has company from Frank Griffith. Benoit got around Frank there on the restart. But now Frank wants that spot back. They come there now through turn 3 and 4. Clifton hangs on strong there in third spot. Sitting just under a half a second back. Trying to get the speed built up in that 15 once again. Bigley, though, he's having one heck of a night here. Winning everything he's put into. He's won both heats tonight, and he's got the street stock feature under his belt, and now he's waiting to see if he'll take home the win here in the late model stocks. But there's competition coming for him, coming here to 30 to go here soon. They work down that back straightaway. Clifton there looking underneath possibly of Barbray as they work there off turn number 4. Axel Benoit there in 4th. Griffith there in 5th. Keeping it working down there off turn 3 and 4. And through 1 and 2. Lap 49 here on the board. 2 laps from 30 to go. Now we're on lap 50 right now, down there through 1 and 2. Barbary there second, Clifton there third, Axel Benoit there fourth, Frank Griffith there in 5th, and they keep it rolling now off of the corner. Clifton there second, Barbary there third. As Clifton gets around Barbary, Barbary gets into the back of Clifton, going to try to cross over. He'll get into the back bumper of Clifton. But Clifton keeps it going straight there. As now they've come off. Barbray had to try to hang on to it as he got a little loose there off of 4. Under 30 laps to go. 29 to go here as they work through turn 3 and 4. Clifton trying to set his sights on the leader, but he's a second and a half back off of Bigley right now. And that has slowly opened up just a little bit. And close, I mean, it's just so hard to tell. 1.6 back is Jeff Clifton from Bigley. Looking at the lap times that are running, that time across for Bigley is a 15.46 and a 15.51 for Jeff Clifton. So Clifton not making ground to where he needs to. As they work there now off turn 3 and 4. Let's see what the times are this time. And we got Bigley coming there in, or I'm sorry, Barbray back there in 3rd. And that last lap, Bigley with a 15.59, Clifton with a 15.49. Griffith now looking underneath of Benoit. Got his nose there on through 1 and 2. Couldn't quite make it stick. 25 laps to go. Bigley, Clifton ran the same lap times last time by. What do they run this time by? Oh, just about the same. Griffith or Clifton with a 15.50. Bigley with a 15.48. That just shows how tough it is to gain any momentum here at this speedway tonight. As Bigley laid down a 15.42 that last time. They come there off 4. Barbray, Benoit. Whoa, no! Frank Griffith ends up going around and catching that infield wall to pit road entrance. Damage there to the front of that U.S. Army machine. Got a little bit of a bend there in the right side as well. And John just nowhere to go coming there off turn number 4. Here you see them, Barbray. Oh, I'm sorry, not Barbray, but Benoit. They're above Frank as they come there. Frank gets it down on the apron and just skates it around. And it's just, oh man, when a car's sitting sideways like that, there's just nothing John can do. It's taking up the whole track. Now, Clifton has a shot at this out there, starting to the outside of Bigley. Under 20 to go, I believe, is what it will be when we come back around here to the flag. Off 2 down through the back straightaway. Barbray there in 3rd, Benoit there in 4th. Bigley out there in front, Clifton there 7th. Once again, thank you to all our sponsors. You see them scrolling there in the top right corner of your screen. Regal Wraps and Designs, DB Printing. They're coming on board. We also have, for this sponsor here, now we also have High Side Bodies and Fabrication. Black Acid. Off corner number 4. Here we go. Clifton up there on the high side, but Barbray is going to get underneath them. They're out of turn number 2, getting there to the back quarter panel. Barbray running hard there through turn 3 and 4. Clifton can't quite get down there. Clifton still stuck up there as Benoit now tries to see if he can get underneath. Griffith is in the pits. Matt Nicholson is out. Now we're down to 5 drivers. John's back here still trying to get something out of nothing here tonight. Clifton there third as they battle it down into turn 3 and 4 once again. Coming around here off 4. 18 laps to go. Barbray getting just a touch loose there. They come down there now off turn 2. Down across the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Barbray there second. Clifton there third. Benoit in fourth. John a lap down back here in fifth. I see Clifton rolling there in third, looking like he wants to maybe make a pass once again here at Barbray. And that's the tough thing here at this racetrack, and just getting that position. Barbray knows what he needs to do to try to keep Clifton behind him, but Clifton is just a little stronger than Barbray, it seems, at this point of the race. Down there now, off turn 4. Clifton diving down and can't quite get there. Has to get onto the brakes a little bit to keep from getting in the back of Barbray. And it's just so hard when it's a single groove racetrack like you're seeing tonight to make any passes happen. You got around there now out of turn 1 and 2. The 29 of Barbray. Clifton there trying to find momentum against the back bumper of Barbray. 13 laps to go as they work down there. A little bit of touch there from Clifton to Barbray. Barbray probably knew Clifton was there, and Clifton is definitely making sure he's making his point known. Hey, I'm here, and I went around. So Clifton trying to make a better finish here in the late model stocks than what he had in the street stocks here tonight. Down the back straightaway, looking there through turn 3 and 4. Corey Bigley up there in front. Jeff Clifton there in third. Now you got Barbray there in second. Four C's, Tools and Equipment. Thank you for sponsoring the late model stock. Kirkpatrick Construction for sponsoring the street stocks. Hopefully I didn't get those reversed. Now they're down there now off turn 2. Griffith there, Clifton there in third. Griffith is on pit road after taking a header into the pit stop retaining wall there on the inside of the front stretch. Now you see Bigley out there to the lead once again. About 2.5 seconds over top of Barbray. Clifton sitting third. Would like to try to get around Barbray, but is settling there behind him as they come there off of turn number 2. Barbray got a little loose. That could open a door there for Clifton. As Clifton gets the shot down there on the bottom side. Barbray gets loose up there, almost touching that outside wall. Now Barbray gonna lose it there through turn 1 and 2. Gonna have to look. I don't know if this is caution 3 or 4. I know it's at least, 2 or 3. Hey, Barbray tries to sneak it underneath of Clifton once again, keeping down there on the bottom side. Was not able to do it there tonight. Corey Bigley out there in front. Clifton second. Benoit there third. Clifton's not too thrilled about having to start on the outside once again, I'm sure. Well, no, I guess not. Benoit's there in third. Barbray's going to be in fourth. So Barbray is going to be in the same position as Clifton. Green flag is out there. Single file restarted. We got 6 laps to go if the clock is right. Down now off turn number 3 and 4. Clifton down there off of turn 4. Trying to get up there to Bigley, but I'm just not sure he's got the speed left in those tires. He's really had to battle it hard. Another caution flies. This time for Axel Benoit. They're going around in turn 1 and 2. You see there, Bigley in fourth. or I'm sorry, Barbray there in fourth, and just drives through the back of the 83 of Benoit. There you go, single foul once again. Benoit there, and got to be toward the back there, looks like. Ricky Barbray back here at the back as well. Pace car is off. Here they go. Out of turn 4. Barbray once again getting into the back of drivers here and is going to punt the 62 around. Corey Bigley there out front. Clifton there in second. And that's going to bring out the yellow flag. Once again, I believe Barbray is going to be the cause of this one. Here you watch. The 29 there off Barbray gets into the back of the 62. Couldn't let him get going. Then he comes here and just gets into the back of him once again. There through turn 1 and 2. And unfortunately for John, that sends him spinning. He's going to try to get around there. Barbray down there through 1 and 2. Caution flag comes out. Pace car goes off. Here we go. Getting racing once again. The 29 of Barbray there in fourth. There through turn 1 and 2. Works up off turn number 4. Here through turn 3 and 4, and he gives a shove there to the 20 or 83 rather, working there off the corner, and he'll slide him up there to the outside. Barbray now in the third. Clifton hangs on the second right now, coming around to the white flag. It's unfurled. Here we go. Final lap here at South Boston as they come off a turn number 2. Clifton there second. Barbray there in third. Some drivers may not be completely happy with him at the end of this one. Here comes Corey Bigley across the line, grabbing that checkered flag here at South Boston Speedway here tonight to bring home the victory in everything he ran tonight. Every heat, every feature, Corey Bigley hangs on to get that win. Clifton there in second, Barbray in third. Here we go for your results. Corey Bigley going to get that win. Jeff Clifton there in second. Axel Benoit there in third. John Brancaccio there in fourth. Ricky Barbray fifth. Frank Griffith there in sixth. Matt Nicholson there in seventh. All right, let's get with your winners here. Third place, Ricky Barbray. Barbray not here. We'll get with Clifton. Or maybe I need to find out. Here we'll get with Axel here for the moment. Axel, how's it going?
Good.
All right, I noticed you're down here. Did Barbray get DQ'd?
I think he did.
Okay. So that moves you into third finishing spot tonight.
Yeah.
Man, kind of take us through. I know the last few laps there were rough, but kind of take us through. What did you think of the track tonight?
It was pretty just one lane. I was trying to just ride out like the early on part of the race, and then once I started getting going, I chewed up my right front, and later on, like on the restarts and stuff, I was real slow into the corners. Couldn't keep up with the cars in front of me.
Well, I mean, you did a good job, and it seems like tires were everything here tonight.
Yeah.
Keeping that right rear pretty much underneath you at all times, the best you could, seems to be what seemed to be the ticket to success, I guess.
Yeah.
But you got any sponsors, shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting third place tonight there in the late model stocks?
I'd like to thank 4C's Tools and Equipment, Kirkpatrick Construction LLC, you for putting on the broadcast, and Frank for
Alrighty. Congrats there, Axel, and good luck as the season goes forward.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll get with Jeff Clifton, second place finisher. There's no doubt in my mind on that one. Good evening there, Jeff. How's it going?
Well, I finished second in this one. Better than the last one.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. I know. I think last one was a little disappointing, wasn't it?
I mean, I've had several disappointing weeks lately. But yeah, I'll take a second.
Well, you had to fight hard for it, which you did, and you got up there and got the second place. Kind of take us through your thoughts racing around Barbray there as you two really battled it out for second for quite a while.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. I think maybe he thinks that I wronged him in some way, and it just seemed like he was racing like after that late incident where he tried to cross me over and spun out. He just kind of like lost his cool, I guess. But I mean, I raced him as clean as I could all night, and he doored me a few times, and he gave me a bump a few times. And I'm just not sure what was going through his head there. Like maybe he was getting frustrated with burning his tires off, because I mean, it was very clear there when we had that long run that he completely ate his tires off. He was sideways everywhere. He had no speed from center off, and he was making it difficult to get by. So,
well, you did a great job kind of staying patient, waiting for your time to strike, and you did, and got second, but just unfortunately you didn't have enough of your tires left to chase down Bigley.
no, he saved just a little bit. But on restarts, especially when the tires cooled off, you had speed for a couple of laps, and then it came back to you. And I was just tight on a little bit longer run. I feel like maybe if I could have gotten past Barbray earlier, I might have had a chance. But hey, we'll take a second though. It's better than not finishing a race, that's for sure.
For sure. I know Griffith's probably feeling you there on that one as he found that entrance to pit road pretty hard tonight.
Hey man, I'll take a Griffith DNF any day of the week. He's slightly ahead of me in points. In the late models, he's a decent amount ahead of me in points. And with these fields getting smaller, the later you get into a season, and that's just kind of what happens. People either lose interest or don't see that they're doing too well, or just have a bad season, and they don't come back for the later part of the season. Fields get small, so gaining points at this point in the season is difficult. Gotta figure out how to get wins, because that's the only way I'm gonna do anything to chop down that lead that he's got on me. Street stocks is closer than the late models, but hey, man, I'll take points where I can get them. So.
Alrighty, well, you got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting that second place tonight?
Yeah, man, I gotta thank Frank for putting this league together. Past few weeks have been kind of rough, kind of frustrating, but we're powering through it. And we're gonna get out to the other side. Once this season is over with, we'll start looking towards the next season. I know next season he's probably already told you we're doing modifieds. And I grew up around modifieds. I'm excited for that, so I'm gonna try and give him hell next season in the modifieds. But I gotta thank 4C's Tools and Construction and Kirkpatrick. Oh wait, no, it's 4C's Tools and Equipment, Kirkpatrick Construction. See, I haven't done this in a while, as you can tell. I'm rusty. You gotta cut me some slack. I gotta thank you for doing the broadcast. It's fun to go back and watch it, even though I don't do good. But hey, it gives me something to do.
Alrighty. Well, congrats there, Jeff, and hopefully you can carry some of this momentum into next week.
I hope so. I'm going to try and get a win here shortly if I can.
Well, as long as your internet holds out now.
Hey, don't say that.
All right, you have a great weekend there, Jeff. We'll catch you later.
I appreciate it. You too, buddy.
All right, now we'll get with your winner here, Corey Bigley. Man, what a night you have here tonight. Finishing on top of every leaderboard here at South Boston. You pretty much had South Boston's number since the drop of the green and qualifying of the street stocks tonight.
Yep. I just, like I said, short tracks is my deal, and I like these. Like I said, late model stocks are really my cars, and I'm getting better at these street stocks. Even when we go back and forth with them, I'm getting better. Like, because after the last race, I messed up in qualifying, and it just hurt myself. I know you weren't there, but I didn't qualify towards the front. I started ninth in the race, and I still came back to second or third in the race in the last week, and I was pretty happy. But I just wanted to sweep. At least I got to sweep the night tonight, and I didn't lead one lap. I didn't lead the first lap because he rolled the outside of me and beat me to the line the first lap. I didn't lead them almost everyone.
Oh, well, you gave a good run to lead them all, at least.
Yep. Yeah, just because he got a good start in the one, and I knew he was out there still, but I knew the bottom would roll later on because I was just making him hurt his front and rear, or hurt his right front tire and his rear tires. I just wasn't trying to push myself too early and just trying to be easy because I know that car just likes to. I know they changed it up, and I know it likes to burn that right rear tire off. And I've seen a couple times with him behind me, I've seen him drive off into one and get very, very loose. And I was just slowly rolling my bottom and just being good on the throttle off the corner.
Well, you did a great job just, staying patient pretty much like tonight and got yourself the victory here in the late model stocks. You got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting that, for having such a great night here and getting that victory here in the late models.
Yeah, I got to thank 4C's Tools and Equipment. I got to thank Kirkpatrick Construction, LLC. And I got to just thank Frank for putting this on for all the guys. And I got to thank my Stinger guys and then you for putting this on so we can go back and watch it.
Alrighty, well, congrats there, Corey. And hopefully you carry this momentum through the rest of the season. As I know we're here in week 10. I don't remember how many weeks the season is. So good luck to you the rest of the way. Enjoy your weekend.
Yep, thank you. And I'll be here next week, but I won't be here 2 weeks in a row after that.
Alrighty, well, congrats and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that is Corey Bigley, your winner here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in to Fleeger Farm TV on the pole here tonight. We're getting ready to sign off and say good night. everybody need to have a great weekend. We enjoyed all the racing action this week here between Coast to Coast and SRA. And still working on some changes here at Fleeger Farm TV to bring you some better entertainment. So thank you all, and good night.